गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन। सभी का स्वागत है एक बार फिर से इस प्लेटफॉर्म पर जिसका नाम है वन मार्क सोल्यूशन। और जैसा कि आपको पता है कि लगातार इस प्लेटफॉर्म के माध्यम से वी आर कंडक्टिंग सब्जेक्टिव वेबिनार्स एंड वी आर डिस्कसिंग द वन मार्क क्वेश्चंस, all type of one mark questions like multiple choice, true false, assertion region questions, fill up questions, match the column questions, one word questions, and all other type of questions which is being asked by the CBSE in board examination. So through this platform we are trying to give a brief concept for each and every topic from each chapter for each subject from class 6 to 12. Today we are going to discuss about the political party, that is the chapter in democratic politics social science of class 10. So today on this platform we will discuss about the different one mark questions from the chapter democratic politics, and this chapter is a chapter from democratic politics of social science class 10. Today we have Madam Harpreet as a subject expert to discuss for the chapter democratic political parties. Madam Harpreet, I welcome you on behalf of One Mark Solution, on behalf of all the viewers, and also as our viewers know that so many chapters already Madam Harpreet have taken on this platform. Yesterday she has taken a chapter from geography class 10th manufacturing industries, which you can watch on the in the playlist of class 10th social science on this channel. So I would like to all of you kindly subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that you get the information about the upcoming webinars. Madam Harpreet is working as a PGT Political Science in the Humanities Hub in Delhi, and she has a very long experience of teaching political science as well as social science in class 10. So I hope this session will be very good, and definitely the last sessions which Madam Harpreet have taken have a good response. We got a good response. All our viewers are requested kindly stay tuned with us at the last till last of the session. In the last we'll share a feedback link by which you can get the certificate for the attending this webinar. And stay tuned with us, subscribe the channel, and I would not take much time. I would like to hand over the session to Madam Harpreet. Enjoy the session and keep replying, keep posting your reply in the live chat box. Thank you so much. Madam Harpreet, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. A very good evening to all of you. I would like to welcome all my dear students, friends, and teachers, those who have joined us for the webinar. So I'm really thankful you have joined us on Sunday. So I won't disappoint you. You will like this webinar, and it is going to be very interesting webinar for all of you. So we will play it like a quiz. I always tell you that don't consider it as an educational webinar because this is a very general topic, political parties. So before starting the slideshow, I would like to tell you that very basic definition of political parties is that political party is a group of people, those who come together to contest election and they hold power. But the question arises that why do we need political parties? Why political parties? So if you need to understand that why do we need political parties, you should understand that nowadays we are having representative democracy. So what is representative democracy? And before that, I will tell you that direct democracy means where people participate directly in the day-to-day decision making. And representative democracy means where you choose your representatives and those representatives they take decision on behalf of us. Because if decision has to be taken by lakhs and crores of people, it is impossible. So we need representatives. They will take decision on behalf of us. And when parties they contest elections and we choose our candidates when parties contest. And sometimes a very interesting questions my questions students they ask, ma'am, why political parties, why not independent candidates? Very interesting question. The answer simply is, if every candidate is independent, They will be accountable to their constituency. Who will make decisions for the country? Major policy changes, right? So we need political parties. We don't need independent candidates because nowadays we are having representative democracy or indirect democracy in simple words, right? So shall we start with the slideshow? There we go. So the first question is, how many parties are registered with the Election Commission of India? You all know that we have one independent institution by the name of Election Commission. So every party has to get itself registered with the Election Commission. So how many parties do we have? Can you guess the number? It's more than 750 parties, a big number. So India is the largest democracy of the world and we have more than 750 registered parties. Next question. What do we call a person who is strongly committed to a party? I have taken this question from the glossary, new words. I have always told you that you must learn all the new words given on the reference box of the book. So, what do we call a person who is strongly committed to a party? It's partisan. Someone who is strongly committed to party, and that person is partisanship means tendency to take decision, right viewpoint, whether that party is right or wrong. Means you are so very strongly committed to a party, you are not, you don't take decision as per, if you know that that particular is doing party is doing something wrong, even then you stick to that party. So we call a person who is strongly committed to a party as partisan. Next, I have taken this question from that page where 7 national parties of India are given. Which is the oldest party of India? It is Indian National Congress. And Indian National Congress, commonly known as Congress Party. Generally, we use this word that Congress Party, but actually, Indian National Congress is the full name, and this is the oldest party of India. Next question is related to this only. Which party is popularly known as Congress Party? I have just told you it is Indian National Congress. Next question. What is meant by centrist party? Centrist means a centrist in the ideology. What is the ideology of the party? So what is meant by centrist party? A party which is neither leftist nor rightist in its ideological orientation. Left parties means parties those who speak on behalf of poor section of the society, and right parties generally they look for free market economy. So centrist party means which is neither leftist and nor rightist in its ideological orientation. Next question. Which party wants a uniform civil code for all citizens living in India? Uniform civil code means common law applicable to all citizens of India regarding marriage, adoption, inheritance, common law for all communities. So, which party wants a uniform civil code for all citizens living in India? It is Bharatiya Janata Party, which is commonly known as BJP. Next, name the party which stands for the cause of securing the interests and welfare of the Dalits and oppressed classes. And we have read in the history book as well that we have a large population of depressed and oppressed people in India. And there are different parties. We have just done that more than 70 parties are registered with the Election Commission. So which is the party? Name the party which stands for the cause of particularly Dalits and oppressed people of India. It is Bahujan Samaj Party, BSP. Next question. Which party ruled West Bengal without a break for 30 years? Quite impressive record. Which party ruled West Bengal without a break of 30 years? It's Communist Party of India, Marxist. CPIM, whenever we use this word CPIM, M stands for Marxist. So Communist Party of India, Marxist ruled West Bengal for 30 years. Next, which party split in 1964? Split means got divided into two parts. It is CPI, Communist Party of India. So the party which split in 1964 after China War, it was Communist Party of India, CPI. Next, which party was formed in 1999 following a split in Congress Party? I can give you a hint. This party was formed after a split from Congress Party, and surprisingly, this party is ruling Maharashtra government now with Congress Party itself. So, what is the answer? It is Nationalist Congress Party. 1990, this party formed after the split in Congress Party, but now Congress and NCP and Shiv Sena, they are ruling together as a coalition government in Maharashtra. Next, we have three ruling alliances now, not ruling alliances, but we have three alliances of different political parties. Out of those three major alliances at national level, one is UPA. So, what is the full form of UPA? It is United Progressive Alliance. Next question. Another alliance I've just told you. Give full form of NDA. It is National Democratic Alliance, and you must know that which party is leading UPA and which party is leading NDA. So you must know, but I'm not telling you right now because I have framed questions based on that. Next, Congress Party leads the United Progressive Alliance. Now, is this statement is true or false? And if you know that which party is leading UPA and which party is leading NDA, you will be sure about this statement. So what is the correct answer? It's true. Congress Party leads the United Progressive Alliance. Next question. NCP, Nationalist Congress Party, which split from Congress in 1999. Is NCP leading the National Democratic Alliance? So the statement is NCP leads the National Democratic Alliance, another alliance of parties. Is it correct? Is it false or true? It is false. Then what is the correct answer? BJP leads National Democratic Alliance. Commonly we use word NDA and UPA. UPA is Congress and friendly parties and NDA is BJP and friendly parties. Next. The Election Commission of India gives unique symbol to the parties and the official candidates can use that election symbol. You must have noticed that different parties, they have different electoral symbols, different symbols. And who gives this unique symbol to the parties? Is it Election Commission or any other institution? So the statement here is the Election Commission of India gives unique symbols to the parties and the official candidate can use that election symbol. Is it correct? Is it true or false? It is absolutely true. Only official candidate of the party can use that symbol. Suppose I am contesting the election as independent candidate. I can't use electoral symbol of BJP or Aam Aadmi Party or Congress. Only official candidate of the party, which is nominated by the party, can use that electoral symbol. Next question. A political party has three components. Very important one marker question. Political party has three important components. Two I have given here. First is the leaders. Second is the active members and dash. If you have read the book, then you must be knowing what is the third component. It is the followers. That means a political party has three components, the leaders, the active members, and the followers. So in case you get the question that what is a political party and give its three components, so you will define what is political party, and after that you can write these three components: the leaders, active members, and the followers. Next question. In most democracies, elections are fought mainly among the dash put up by political parties. Just read the sentence carefully and you will be able to find out what is the correct answer. In most democracies, elections are fought mainly among the dash put up by political parties. It is candidates. Election is fought mainly among the candidates which are put up by the political parties. Next question. In dash system, only one party is allowed to control and run the government. In general, when we talk about party system, so your book says that we have one party system in few countries, two party system, and multi-party system. So this question is about one of the party systems. In dash party system, only one party is allowed to control and run the government, and it is very easy question. It's one party. That means in one party system, only one party is allowed to control and run the government. That is why we call it as one party system, because no other party is allowed to contest the election. Next, dash parties are commonly referred to as regional parties. And the answer is state parties. Region means one area, and state parties which are confined to particular regions. They are popular among the people of particular region, not at the national level. So state parties are commonly referred to as the regional parties. Next, and dash, it is a definition and you have to learn it as it is. And dash is a signed document where a person makes a sworn statement regarding his or her personal information. That means before contesting election, you have to submit a signed document and you will give your personal information in that document. What is that document? It is an affidavit. That means an affidavit is a signed document where a person makes a sworn statement regarding his or her personal information. Next, the electoral symbol of the Republican Party in US is. It is not given in the book, but if you have discussed cartoon questions in the classroom, or otherwise if you were following the presidential election of US, then you must be aware that the electoral symbol of Republican Party in US is the elephant. The UK and USA have dash party system. It is two party system. And here I would like to tell you, most of the time students, they write that two party system means where you have two political parties. No, it is not correct. Two party system does not mean there are only two political parties. Several parties exist, they contest elections, but power generally changes between two political parties. So that is why we call this system as two party system, and UK and US, they have two party system. Next question. In China, only dash party is allowed to rule. We have just done it that in China we have one party system. Then what is the name of that party which is allowed to rule there? It's the Communist Party. So what is the correct answer? In China, only the Communist Party is allowed to rule. Next, India has dash party system. Very simple answer. It's multi-party system. India has multi-party system. If US and UK, they have two-party system, China has one-party system, so India has multi-party system. Sometimes you get this one marker question that name any two countries that are having two-party system, so you can write US and UK. So multiple choice questions. So multiple choice questions, sometimes we are confused that two options they seems to be correct, so need to find out. So out of these four, Find the odd one out. First option is BJP, second one is NCP, third one is INC, means Indian National Congress, and fourth one is Akali Dal. And four are political parties. And I have told you to find out the odd one out. So what is the correct answer? It is Akali Dal. Because Akali Dal is a regional party or a state party. But BJP, Nationalist Congress Party, and Indian National Congress Party, they are national parties. They have units in all the states. They are national parties. But Akali Dal is mainly confined to Punjab, Haryana, mainly. Right? So it is regional party. Next. When we discuss this chapter with students, there is another very important topic. There are few challenges to the political parties or party system of India. So first, one of the challenges is lack of internal democracy within the parties. So when we use this term that there is lack of internal democracy within the party, what does it signify? What does it mean? Lack of internal democracy within the party. First statement is concentration of power in one or few leaders at the top. Second, parties do not keep membership registers. Third, they do not conduct internal elections regularly. Means if someone is party president, तो next time आप कोई election करा के और party president choose ही नहीं कर रहे, or all of the above. So if you get this question that parties face lack of internal democracy, so कौन चारों ऑप्शंस में से आपको बहुत एप्ट लगता है या आपको लगता है कि सभी जो हैं वो करेक्ट है? It is all of the above. So it is a 3-marker question itself. You can frame your answer using these 3 points. If we are saying that there is lack of internal democracy, what does it mean? That power is concentrated in one or few hands, and parties generally, they do not keep membership register and they do not conduct internal elections regularly. So that means a party is facing a challenge, that is lack of internal democracy. Next question. If top positions of party are always controlled by members of one family, which challenge is faced by the party? If most top positions, they are always controlled by one family or members or friends of that particular family, then what type of challenge is faced by this party? Is it money and muscle power, lack of internal democracy, no meaningful choice, or dynastic succession? These are 4 major challenges to the parties. So if all top positions are always controlled by a member of one family, so we are talking about which challenge? It is dynastic succession. Rule of one family, one dynasty. If one family is controlling most of the important positions within the party, so that means that particular party is facing the challenge of dynastic succession. So the next question is, what is meant by lack of meaningful choice? Lack of transparency in the functioning of the parties? Decline in ideological differences among parties? C, parties do not hold organizational meetings? Or you think none of the above? So what have you understood from this question? That lack of meaningful choice means what? What type of choice I'm talking about? It is decline in ideological differences among parties. Means most of the parties, they have similar ideology. So as a voter, you don't find any meaningful choice. So that is known as lack of meaningful choice. So as a voter, sometimes we feel cheated that most of the parties, they have similar ideology. So what is meant by lack of meaningful choice? Decline in ideological differences among parties. Next, which of the following is not related to opposition parties? Criticizing government for its failures, mobilize opposition to the government, oppose bills proposed by the government, or promote welfare schemes of the government. So if you have read about the functions of political parties, you must have read about the functions of opposition parties. So out of these four, which is not related to opposition parties? So opposition parties, for sure, they criticize government for its failures and they shape public opinion. Second, they mobilize opposition to the government. Yes, they do mobilize. That is their role. And third, they oppose bills proposed by the government. And many a times when government propose bills in the house, they oppose these bills. Fourth, they promote welfare schemes of the government. So, what is the correct answer? It is they do not promote welfare schemes of the government. They will not promote welfare schemes of the government. They will criticize, they will mobilize opposition, and they will oppose bills. But most of the times, opposition parties, they do not promote welfare schemes of the government. That is why ruling party always criticize opposition that they are not promoting our welfare schemes. If BJP is ruling the central government, they are criticizing non-BJP state government that they are not implementing central government schemes in their states. So, which is not related to the opposition parties, promote welfare schemes of the government. Next one. What is the criteria laid down by Election Commission for a party to recognize as a state party? If you need to understand this question, then you should be very sure that there is a criteria laid down by Election Commission of India. नेशनल पार्टी कौन सी पार्टी बनेगी, स्टेट पार्टी कौन सी पार्टी होगी, देयर इज अ क्राइटेरिया व्हिच इज फिक्स्ड बाय इलेक्शन कमीशन ऑफ इंडिया. For national parties they have different criteria and for state parties they have different criteria. So what is the criteria to be a state party? A party must have 6 lakh members, or party must have 6 crore followers, or a party that secures 6 seats in the state legislature, or a party that secures at least 6% of total votes in an election to the legislative assembly and at least 2 seats. So that means you need to be very sure that if we need to find out that what is the criteria laid down by election commission, then what is the criteria? It is D. If any party can be recognized as a state party, what is the criteria for that? That party must secure at least 6% of total votes. The total polled votes, 6% of total polled votes, and along with that, 2 seats in the state legislature. And same for a national party, a party should secure at least 6% of total votes in an election to the Lok Sabha. जब लोक सभा की इलेक्शन हो पूरे इंडिया में जितनी भी टोटल वोट्स पड़ी हैं उसकी 6% ऑफ वोट्स एंड 4 सीट्स इन द लोकसभा, तब आप नेशनल पार्टी होते हैं. दिस इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द क्राइटेरिया ऑफ अ स्टेट पार्टी एंड नेशनल पार्टी. 6% votes in state election and 6% votes in national election. बहुत फर्क है. एक स्टेट की टोटल वोट्स का 6% इज वेरी लेस इन कंपैरिजन टू द टोटल पोल वोट्स फॉर द लोकसभा. यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट एंटायर कंट्री. So you may get a 3-marker question that what is the criteria for a national party and what is the criteria for a recognized state party. But I have asked this question about the state party, the party that secures 6% of total votes and 2 seats, at least 2 seats. Then it will be recognized as a state party, or you can use word regional party as well. Next, what is the correct statement about the anti-defection law? So if you need to understand that what is anti-defection law, you need to understand that what is defection. Defection means, suppose you have contested election on the electoral symbol of BJP, and after winning election you want to join some another party. That is defection in simple words. So generally बहुत सारे leaders जो हैं the for some kind of ministry or some kind of cash reward, they change parties. So to control this kind of defection, the parliament has passed anti-defection law. So if you know that what is anti-defection law, you will be able to answer the question. What is the correct statement about anti-defection law? First, MP or MLA will lose seat in the legislature. B. MP or MLA will be punished by judiciary. C. MP or MLA will not be allowed to contest election for next election. D. All of the above. So whenever you will prepare this chapter for the exam, there is a source box given on the anti-defection law or what is defection. You must prepare that as well. So the correct answer is, as per anti-defection law, MP or MLA will lose seat in the legislature. If you want to change the party, you will lose your seat in the legislature and you can contest from the electoral symbol of another party again. But for the time being, you need to lose your seat in the legislature. That means what is the correct statement about the anti-defection law? That MP or MLA will lose seat in the legislature. This is one of the reforms we have made. Anti-defection law. Question: what type of information any candidate who is contesting election has to give by filing an affidavit? Earlier, I have asked you a question that what is meant by an affidavit? Affidavit means a document where you give a certain kind of information before contesting election. What type of information is needed there? Details of assets and liabilities. Second, serious criminal cases pending against the candidate. Third, educational qualification of the candidate. Fourth, all of the above. What type of information you are supposed to provide while filing affidavit? Will you give details of your assets and liabilities only, or your serious criminal cases pending, if any? What is your educational qualification, or all of the above? What is the correct answer? It is all of the above. That means as a contesting candidates, you need to provide this information to the voters. Your details of assets, your any serious criminal case pending, what is educational qualification. So these type of information, this is available to voters nowadays. Next question. Which institution has made it mandatory to file an affidavit for the candidate who is contesting election? We have just done what is affidavit and what type of information do we need to give when we are contesting election. Now, you must know that which institution has made it mandatory to file an affidavit for the candidate. Is it Supreme Court? Is it Parliament? Or Election Commission of India, or do you think none of the above? Right? So the correct answer is the Supreme Court of India. So on the initiative of Supreme Court, it is mandatory to file an affidavit for the candidate who is contesting election. Next question. Yes, very interesting question. What is meant by state funding of election? Many people suggest that there is parties, they use money to win elections. So they suggest that there should be state funding of election. What does it mean? What is meant by state funding of election? So different options. First option is government should give money to support the election expenses of two parties. B, the government will provide space for rallies. C, the government will make arrangement for transportation during campaign. Parties, they move from one place to another for different rallies, leaders, they keep touring. So, and the last one is all of the above. So if you want to control the use of money and muscle power during election, so most of the times people suggest that there should be state funding. So what is meant by state funding? It is the government should give money to support the election expense to parties. This is the correct answer. So the next one. We have already done this question, so you will be able to find out, I'm so sure. Which of the following is not a challenge to political parties? Few questions back, I was telling you that there are four major challenges to political parties. So you need to find out which is not a challenge to political parties. First one is lack of internal democracy. Second is dynastic succession. Third one is money and muscle power. Fourth one is shape public opinion. I guess it is very simple and all of you will be knowing this. It is shape public opinion because this is not a challenge to political parties. This is one of the important function of political parties. They shape public opinion, right? Next, find the odd one out. Very simple, we have just done it. The leaders, the active members, the followers, or the nomination paper, which is the odd one out. So we have already done that. Any political party has three components: the leaders, the members, and followers. So which is the odd one out? It is nomination paper. Next question. Which party among the following is not related to West Bengal? Trinamool Congress, Forward Bloc, CPIM, or DMK? So if you are following the politics of the country or political system or elections of different state assemblies, so it is very easy. Which party is not related to West Bengal? That means one of these is not related to West Bengal, that belongs to another state. So it is DMK. DMK is a state party of Tamil Nadu. Rest of the parties, they are related to West Bengal. Next, find the odd one out. Biju Janata Dal, Mizo National Front, Communist Party of India, Sikkim Democratic Front. If you know that which is the state party and which is the national party, you will be able to find out which is the odd one out. Biju Janata Dal is a party of Odisha. Mizo National Front, as the name suggests, belongs to Mizoram only. CPI, Communist Party of India, and Sikkim Democratic Front means a party of Sikkim. So the correct answer should be Communist Party of India. It's a national party. Next question. Which statement is not correct about state parties? It is very important question. Which statement is not correct about state parties? These are commonly referred to as regional parties. The number and strength of state parties has expanded over the last 3 decades. Third, state parties have made the parliament politically more diverse. D, state parties have regional ideology or outlook only. If you have understood the meaning of each statement, then you will be able to answer this question. First is very simple, that state parties are generally known as regional parties. Yes, it is correct. And the number and strength of state parties has expanded over last 3 decades is also correct. Third, state parties have made the parliament politically more diverse. Very beautiful point. Yes, because different state parties, they are representing different states, different communities, different linguistic groups of the India. So it has made our parliament politically more diverse. Fourth one, state parties have regional ideology or outlook only. So what is the correct answer? It is D. State parties have regional ideology or outlook. This is incorrect. If any party is regional party or state party, that does not mean that they have regional ideology only. They can have their viewpoint on national issues. They can have their national ideology. So this is incorrect. Now we'll be doing few assertion and reasoning questions, and these are bit tricky. So if you have understood the assertion, then you'll be able to find out that what is the correct answer. So if the assertion says that the rich people and companies, they give funds to parties. We all know that parties, they get fund from many industries, industrialists and rich people. And the reason says industrialists have surplus funds and they want to donate. So what do you think? What is the correct option? So four options are given. Both A and R, they are true, and R is not correct explanation of A. B, A is true but R is false. C, both A and R are false. And D, both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. So assertion says that rich parties and companies, they give fund to parties, and reasoning says that industrialists, they have, because they have surplus funds, so they want to donate. So what is the correct answer? It is A is true, but R is false. Industries, they do have surplus funds, but simply they are not giving these funds to parties for the purpose of donation. They want particular party to come to the power and frame policies which is suitable to those industrialists. So this is A is true and R is false. Next question. Very beautiful question, and you need to understand the statement. The rise of political party is directly linked to the emergence of representative democracy. In the beginning only I have told you. Okay, nowadays we have representative democracy and we need to choose our representatives. And so the rise of political parties is directly linked to the emergence of representative democracy. So reasoning says, as societies became large and complex, they also needed some agencies to gather different views on various issues and to present these to government. Is it the correct reason? So the answer is yes. Both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation. Yes, because nowadays we have representative democracy, and representative democracy can function only if we have one agency to gather different views. I've told you in the beginning, if every candidate is independent, they will be accountable to the constituency only. Nobody will be answerable to the country. Nobody will be able to make promises to the entire nation. Who will frame the policy for the country? So the rise of political parties is directly linked to the emergence of representative democracy. Next question. Assertion says that India has evolved a multi-party system. And the reason is the social and geographical diversity in such a large country is not easily absorbed by two or three parties. So if we have multi-party system, you all know. So why we have evolved a multi-party system? Why not one party system or two party system in India? So the reason says the social and geographical diversity in such a large country like ours is not easily absorbed by two or even three parties. If we have only two or three parties, they cannot absorb such social and geographical diversity. So just think about it. The correct answer is both A and R, they are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Yes. Why India has evolved a multi-party system? Because India is a large and diverse country, and two or three parties, they cannot absorb such social and geographical diversity. So we have evolved a multi-party system. Next, assertion says parties form and run government. And reason says parties play a major role in making laws for the country. Now, both A and R are true, but R is not the correct explanation. If you will read both the statements, you will understand. These are both are the functions of political parties. The parties, they form and run the government, they play a major role in the making laws, but parties form and run the government, uska reason ye to nahi ho sakta because they play a major role in making laws. So both A and R, they are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. Next, uh, modern democracies cannot exist without political parties. ये सब बच्चों को आना चाहिए, राइट? वेरी इजी क्वेश्चन, हम सब कर चुके हैं, आई एम श्योर आपको आएगा. Modern democracies cannot exist without political parties. Why? What is the reason given here? Without political parties, every candidate in the election will be independent and no one will be able to make promise to the people about any major policy changes. So what is the correct answer? It is D. Both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation. Since beginning, I have told you twice or thrice that modern democracies can't exist without political parties. If we are not having political parties, then there will be independent candidates and they will be answerable to their constituency only. Then no one will be able to make promise to the people, right? So we can't exist without political parties as modern democracies. Next question. When we talk about reforming of political parties, so different people suggest different things. The law should be made to regulate the internal affairs of the parties, or many other suggestions they are suggested. So the assertion says that over regulation of political parties can be counterproductive. And what is the reason given? This would force all parties to find ways to cheat the law. If you have read it carefully, you will be able to answer the question. Over regulation of political parties means too much of regulation. It is okay that political parties they are having many challenges and we need to reform political parties, but over regulation of political parties can be counterproductive. Why? Because this would force all political parties to find ways to cheat the law. What will happen if you try to over-regulate the political parties? They will find ways to cheat the law. So the correct answer is both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Very important question, and you need to understand whenever you get this question that gives suggestions to reform the political parties. So after suggesting different reforms, you can always conclude your answer by saying over-regulation of political parties can be counterproductive sometimes because this would force all parties to find ways to cheat the law. So the next question is, no party system is ideal for all countries and all situations. No party system is ideal. You can't say that this is the best party system and every country should have this party system. Maybe a one party system or two party system or multi party system. Why? The reason is party system is not something any country can choose. It evolves over a long time depending on the nature of society, its social and regional divisions, and its system of elections. Just read this sentence carefully that no party system is ideal for all countries and all situations. Right? Why so? Why? Because party system is not something any country can choose. It evolves over a long time, depending upon the nature of society, its social and regional divisions, and its system of election. So the correct answer is both assertion and reason are true, and reason is the correct explanation of A. Yes, it is true. Like you can't choose any party system because different countries they have different type of social structure, different regional divisions, they have different type of society. So party system, you can't choose party system. Party system generally evolves. It depends upon the social and regional divisions of the country and the nature of the society. So you can't choose or you can't say that with this particular party system is a best party system because you can't choose party system. It evolves over a long period of time. Next, if you are aware about the electoral symbols of different political parties, you will be able to find out. So the question is, identify the name of the political party this symbol is associated with. Is it CPIM, means Communist Party of India Marxist, or CPI, or Forward Bloc, or you think none of these? So the correct answer is CPI, Communist Party of India, leftist party. Next question. So last few questions are cartoon based questions. So this one, if you have seen this cartoon in the book, just have a look. We have done one question based on this cartoon earlier. Identify the country represented by the image. Is it United Kingdom? Is it China or United States of America or France? Why I am asking this question? That many a times I have noticed that students they don't look at the cartoon carefully. Simply they will read this sentence, one party country, and they will write China. No, it's not China. Have a look. The cartoon shows elephant, which is the electoral symbol of Republican Party of US, and Senate is written. House of Representatives written. If you're so sure about the names of houses of their national legislature, and you know that what is the electoral symbol of party of US, then you will be able to find out. So simply because one party country is written, so you can't say that it is China, it is America. It is simply that if one party is so powerful, they are controlling all the institution, whether it is court or both the houses. So if you need to identify the country, it is US. I've already told the answer. So the next question is, which of the following challenges is depicted by this cartoon? If you remember that there are four challenges to the political parties: dynastic succession, lack of internal democracy, role of money and muscle power, no meaningful choice. So it is very simple to understand. This cartoon, it is role of money and muscle power. Next question. This is about electoral symbol. Hmm. So identify the political party to which the symbol belongs. अब उनकी रिपब्लिकन पार्टी का एलिफेंट है सिंबल, बट ये सिंबल उससे थोड़ा डिफरेंट है. सो यू नीड टू फाइंड आउट कौन सी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी है इंडिया की जिसका ये सिंबल है. इज इट एनसीपी, नेशनलिस्ट कांग्रेस पार्टी, जो कांग्रेस स्प्लिट के बाद बनी 99 में, और ऑल इंडिया तृणमूल कांग्रेस, और डीएमके, और बीएसपी. So the correct answer is BSP. Bahujan Samaj Party is the correct answer, and elephant is the symbol of this party. So this is all for the day. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining us. Thank you. I hope you have enjoyed this webinar and you must have liked it. Please do send the feedback.
Yes, thank you
Thank you,
so
sir.
much,
Thank you so much.
Harpreet
I've
ma'am.
tried to complete within the time.
No, 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 no. You have completed within time frame. It's 52 minutes. So
Okay.
that was definitely a very good session, and that was actually a very interesting session also. As today's
Thank
discussion
you.
was totally based on the theme, which is actually we are looking out in daily life. Everyone is knowing about the different political parties, what they are doing, but some important facts, some important points which students must know as per the exam point of view, you have discussed in very good manner, especially the assertion region questions. So I hope students have enjoyed, and teacher also have enjoyed this session definitely, and I am sharing the feedback link in the live chat box very soon, so that everyone can get a certificate in their email IDs. Kindly put the correct email ID, and definitely now very soon we will be coming with the other chapter of probably money banking, uh, money and credit
Money
from
and credit.
economics. Very soon we will be here, and the link will be shared to all of you in a specified time period, in so that you can join. If you miss any session, I would like to request all of you, kindly go to the playlist of the social science on this channel. You will get all the sessions you have completed in the playlist. You can watch it later on, and also can share these videos with your classmates and other persons. If you have not subscribed the channel, kindly subscribe the channel. And I would like to thank I would like to thank Madam Harpreet Kaur on behalf of One Mark Solution, as well as on behalf of all the viewers, for sparing her valuable time and joining us for a noble cause. And definitely through this platform, Madam is helping the students from all over India, as well as from the students from abroad also. So many students from out of India also joining the session, and they are getting benefited. Uh, Anjana Pandey is writing, tomorrow is our paper of SST, ma'am. Thank you for teaching. Definitely, students will be very happy and will be benefited from all these sessions. Uh, After some time, we will have all the means videos for all the chapters, so that will be a great help for the students with the help of Madam Harpreet and some other resource person. Thank you so much, Harpreet, ma'am. Thank you so much, one and
Thank
all,
you,
for
sir.
joining
Thank
us.
you.
And very
Thank you
soon
so
we
much.
will be again here on this platform with the new chapter, with the new topic. Thank you so much. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.